What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and I'm with my boy Rafiki, and we're going to be talking about XRP today, or I should say I'm going to be talking about XRP. Rafiki doesn't talk. That would be miraculous, and this would be an entirely different show if he did, but let's get serious here, okay? We're sitting at about $3.17 right now on a weekly perspective. Last week, undeniably, was the beginning of your next phase up, right? You broke out. You definitely did break out. I want to look at something with volume just to kind of confirm that. Yes. That is breakout volume. It's above average volume for sure. It's not as much volume as you saw on the move up here, but that is above. That's some of the most volume you've seen in this thing's life on Coinbase at least. And it came with a rather bullish candle that closed notably higher than your last weekly close. So, and above the high itself. Bullish. Very, very bullish. Now that we've established that, we can look at this here, looking at the weekly RSI, bouncing off the overbought zone, extremely bullish as well. The continuation that we've gotten this week is validation to the notion that we're bouncing off of here and that we are going to continue based off of this move here. I believe with a very high degree of certainty that XRP is on a moon mission right now to prices around, if not above, $6. The minimum target is something, I think it's around like $4.50. Let's get what that minimum target is real quick. Let's see, what is it? High to low. Bye-bye, Rafiki. High to low here, 434. That's your minimum target. 641 is your expected target or thereabouts. You could go just below. Likely you don't go just below. Likely you'll hit that target, if not go just above. Or maybe even as high as 10 bucks. I personally don't think you go to $10 by the end of this move. I think you do by the end of the cycle. I think you go well above that by the end of the cycle. But you do from a high to a low of this pattern here. These are your targets. It goes from 641, the expected area, to 1071. That's your next kind of possible target. But if you throw the fib here from this high to low of the overall range, the 1272 there at about $8.37, that splits the $10 641 zone. So I accept this as your given maximum. I accept this as your given minimum, but in my head, I don't think you stop here. I don't think you stop here. I think you likely will go somewhere around, if not directly to about $6.42. Okay, that's personally where I expect you're going to go by the end of this move. Now, that's not what I expect you're going to be by the end of the cycle. I do suspect that XRP goes to prices that are not just at, but above $10. I think a $13 price is doable. I think a $22 price is doable, but likely it's going to be something in between, right? You take the overall high to the low of this range here. The something in between that might happen is this, I guess 1350 keeps coming up. 1350. It's very common with the 1414 to go just above it. So I suspect that we could do that. I don't think that we hit $22, but I suppose 22, 27 could be your given maximum. XRP would be worth over $1 trillion by then. What would XRP actually be worth at these prices? I always talk about it. I'm always like, I don't think it's possible, and it's because the market cap would be extremely high. But how high is it? It's been a while since I've looked at it. 1.82 billion right now. Let's just say not 1.8, 182 billion, my bad. Let's just say 180 to keep it round and keep it easy. 180 billion all the way up here. So what is 7x on 180? 7 times 8 is 54. Is that right? 56. I'm sorry, 56. Where are my manners, man? 56. So 56 plus that would be 70. Nice, that'd be 13. It'd be 1 point. It'd be, am I doing that right? 1.8. That'd be 7 plus 5. It'd be 13. It'd be 12. It'd be about 1.3 trillion. About 1.3. If I'm doing my math right, I think I'm doing my math right. It'd be about around 1.3 to $1.5 trillion. So I got to be honest. I think that can happen. I think that can happen. I want to look, I want to look at XRP versus Bitcoin real quick, okay? XRP versus Bitcoin, and let's see if we can draw some conclusions on this here, okay? Because what I expect the price to be versus Bitcoin could help us determine where I think the price will be by the end of the cycle. I didn't intend for this video to go this way. I was going to make it more of a short-term kind of update, but we're doing the long-term stuff, I guess, guys, which I think is also good to touch up on every now and then. So this is XRP versus Bitcoin since 2013. So basically your all-time history, and it looks like it more oscillates, right? You go from this high point to the low point. You just oscillate, and you haven't returned to the upper limits in quite some time. So I think you have a date with destiny. I think you definitely do. It's probably safe to assume that XRP does not gain new ground versus Bitcoin, but likely stop somewhere below this low yet, or below that high yet above these highs here. So the given range that we've gotten for XRP, I would say, is something between this and this. Something between 0.000082 and then just 3 zeros 24, something like that. I want to put Google Calculator here. So if, let's do the minimum one, which I think you'll be above this. So really, let's go a little bit above that. I'll go to these resistance wicks here. Let's say 301. Let's just go to 301. So you're at 0.0001 per Bitcoin. I expect that Bitcoin by the end of this cycle will be worth $500,000. I personally do expect that it will be. Let's say it's not, though. Let's say it's worth 400,000, which technically the true target would be probably closer to 462. I think we go just above that target to 500K, but let's keep the numbers round and go to $400,000. Okay, so if Bitcoin were worth 400,000 and at the end of XRP's cycle it was valued versus Bitcoin at this price here, which is about 301, right, just above this line, somewhere in this range, right there at the minimum kind of end of what we would expect, and we multiplied that by 400,000, right, what would the price of XRP be? 123, right there. That would give us a price of what? What? Dude, whoa, crazy. Hold on now. $40? $40, the total, hold on. Total supply, circulating supply, what would that be? I want to do 40 times 57 billion, right? 40 times 57 billion. So this is in billions, so 1,000 will be trillions. Does that make sense? So that would be $2.2 trillion. And I gotta say, this is a bold call because we've only just gotten a crypto that's worth multiple trillions of dollars this cycle, I think, right? Is Bitcoin even worth that? Yeah, Bitcoin. It's only happened as of this cycle. So I'd be calling for XRP to essentially reach the same market cap that Bitcoin's at now. But looking at this, guys, like looking at this, I'm having a harder time now believing that anything less than $40 is acceptable for XRP. This is wild. This is wild, you guys. I don't think people understand. XRP community, I see you. I see you guys. I really do, man. Wow. Holy hell, guys. I mean, the 2618 is right there at 43, and that's based off of your relative fib here. If we were to take this as a consolidation range, which it is a consolidation range, you're breaking out of it as a pattern from a low to a high, your expected move would take you at least to $22, man. What the hell? Dude, if I'd known that I'd be here, I would have had a totally different intro to this video. It would have been a lot more serious. Okay, so let's say that's your minimum, right? That's maybe not your minimum, but that I think that's a good expected area. Maybe you don't go as high as here. What would that? I mean, man, that would basically double. That would more than double. Okay, I don't see XRP being worth $80. Can we at least agree that I think we're getting pretty crazy already talking about $40, but I don't think you'll see $80, right? That's crazy. Crazy stuff. But what we did do, I think we definitely did just make sense out of a $40 price for XRP, because all XRP would have to do, and the thing is too to remember is that this is if Bitcoin's at 400K. What if Bitcoin's at 500K like I expect, right? The price would only be higher. But this is at a common area to find resistance. Let's see if we can make sense out of this beyond just looking at this here. Is there another area we could find resistance at that's just below that? Let's see, from a high here to this low, 61869, 786 is right there. That's probably a good area to find resistance there. But let's say it's at the 618, the golden ratio. Now I doubt this, but let's say for the cycle high versus Bitcoin, XRP only attains this level right here, which is at about 4058. So 4058 now times that same number, which was 400,000. 400,000, okay, gives you a $23 price, which to me is still above $1 trillion, but that sounds a lot more reasonable. You guys, XRP Army, you just made me a believer in the fact that you will be worth nothing less than $22 by the end of the cycle. And I think I'm going to end the video on that note, man. I got nothing else for you. You're beginning it, and it makes all the sense in the world. You are literally breaking out of this pattern. The measure move of the pattern itself would take you up to about 22 bucks. That's where it would take you. I'm sorry, that was not the measure move of the pattern. Here, from a low here to a high, and you put it at the breakout point, which would be here for this triangle, right? You broke out not at the bottom, but at the breakout point, which would basically be there. That takes you to just about 18 bucks, right? Just about there. Yeah, is that right? So just about 18 bucks. The next fib target's 22 bucks. You guys, I think 22 at a minimum, 43 at a maximum for XRP by the end of the cycle, which is wild, y'all. That's very wild, but I believe it. I only believe it because of the BTC chart. Because here's what I don't believe. I don't believe XRP is going to top here. I don't believe it's going to move down versus Bitcoin now. No, I don't believe that. Let's do this just for fun. Just for fun, real quick. Okay, this is for the bears who hate XRP. Let's do this for you, okay? 403. Let's say this is it. XRP is here by the end of the cycle. It doesn't go higher. Maybe it goes lower, and then by the end of the cycle, we're back at this level. Let's say we're here, which I think that sounds silly, but let's say we're here. 403. 403, right here. 1, 2, 3, 403 times. And let's say Bitcoin only goes to 300,000. That's still a $9. Like, dude, there's no way XRP sees prices less than 10 bucks by the end of the cycle. And genuinely, I don't think there's a way that it sees anything less than 22. 22 to 43 is the end of the cycle. That's my prediction. I'm going to end it there. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.